Alive. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We have Julius here. Say hi,
How you
Julius.
doing? What's
Hey.
up?
Episode 3 of Young Hustlers. My goal for this series is to interview 100 plus young people of the dropshipping, eBay, Amazon community. So let's get into it. So, Julius, if you can tell us a little bit of yourself, what do you do, and when did you start doing it, and how long you've been doing it?
Yeah, so I actually started on eBay. What I do now is I dropship on Amazon. I'm doing private label dropshipping, but I started about 3 years ago. I just started selling all my stuff on eBay that I owned, like that I didn't want and stuff. And then from there, I got into eBay dropshipping, and then that one got kind of crazy. So I got off. Then I discovered Amazon private label. So now I'm doing that, and I'm just starting to get profitable, so it's going well, but I'm just going to keep growing and growing as much as I can. I'm also in college, so it's a little hard when you don't have much time, but it's a grind. So
Yeah, man, I agree with you. So, when you do private label, where do you get your products? Is it like from China or like locally? How does that work?
yeah, so most of my suppliers are in China. I have some in the U.S., but the U.S. suppliers tend to be a little more costly, obviously. But there's also a trade-off there with handling times and shipping times. So, but majority of my suppliers are in China because that's just majority of I'd source from AliExpress right now, and that's where just majority of the suppliers are from. So, and you get good profit margins with that. So that's pretty much I would decide it.
So you would put your branding on it, right? So you have
Yeah.
a
So pretty much what private labeling is just taking a product and putting your name in front of it and selling it as your own. And how we do it is like we bundle it with we bundle the main product with something like something cheap that we can get for like $1 or two, and then put into the package for free, just to differentiate yourself from the competition. So
nice. So what makes a good drop shipper and a bad drop shipper in your experience?
uh, it's kind of I I would say a good drop shipper is someone who's able to handle a lot of problems, because there's always problems with drop shipping. But it's pretty much the same thing as asking like what's the I mean, in my opinion, it's like the same question as asking like, oh, what makes a good entrepreneur and a bad entrepreneur? And it's all about, I feel like, your ability to handle problems and kind of differentiate yourself from the competition, because it's very competitive, especially in the drop shipping world. So you got to find a way to really market yourself better and prove to your customers or potential customers that your product is better than all the others. So
Right. You also do retail drop shipping.
do I do retail drop shipping?
Yeah.
No, I used to. Um, like maybe a year or two ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago actually. I was doing a little bit of retail arbitrage on eBay. Never really got fully into that. I was drop shipping some like counterfeit jerseys and stuff that I didn't know weren't really allowed to sell. And I made a decent amount of money doing that, and then I realized it's not really legal, so I stopped. So I was doing retail arbitrage from there, and never really got successful with that because I just didn't put in the time. And then I just came across private labeling, and I was like, this is much more of a sturdy business model. Like, I don't know like what's gonna happen with eBay drop shipping in a year, and then like we all know, like last winter pretty much went down, started cracking down on everyone, and I'm happy I just didn't get into it right before it crashed, because that would have been terrible.
Yeah, yeah, with all the manual and
Exactly. So now everyone's switching over to manual, and that just for the profit margins on eBay that I was getting, it just was not worth it at all. Like almost 0%. Like like the most would be like 5 for me when I was starting out, but it was not really too well on the front end.
Right. Okay. So I want to shout out some people in the chat. We got Rosie's Closet. Hey, Rosie. Definitely subscribe to Rosie. She has some content on reselling as well. Thank you for joining us. So I want to do the third question right here. So to actually set up a business in the United States, what do you actually need to be an actual legit business? So if you can tell us your experience.
Well, setting up a business for me was probably like the most annoying thing I've ever done in my life because as I was setting it up, first of all, I was only 17, and where I'm from in New York, or I don't know if it's like a national thing or if it's by state, but in New York, you need to be 18 to have a business license. I mean, a business to get a business bank account, and I was 17, so I couldn't get that. My social security number was like mixed up with my brother's or something. So it literally took me like 3 months to like set up my whole like 4 months actually to set up my whole business and everything. It was quite annoying, but I couldn't even tell you all the things I had to go through to figure all that stuff out. But you pretty much just need to file, like you could just file everything online. Like you just have to get a name or like a DBA, whatever. Uh, File all those things online, claim your name, make sure no one has it already in your state. Uh, you need an EIN, like your taxpayer identification number, all that stuff, and then you just decide if you want like an S corp, a LLC, single proprietorship.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, you're a single proprietor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an S corp, so I just saw for liability reasons, and I also heard like there's also many tax benefits with that, so
All right.
yeah, why not? I also don't know anything about that stuff, so I just kind of trusted the accountant.
Yeah. So to get my sole proprietor, it was like $20, and then another $5 for another DBA, which I have two right now.
So that's it.
Yeah, that was it. So I was just curious how much.
Yeah, I had to pay like, I don't remember all the charges, but I just remember one of them for, I think it was a legal Zoom to get incorporated. It was like 375 or something like that, like $375, and I think it was like 150 for something else, something for the, I don't even know, something for the name, but I should have kept track of it better. I think I have it written down all in like my some Excel file somewhere, but I think it was like around maybe $400 to $500 like total.
Okay. So is that like a one-time fee, or is it like a yearly thing?
That
You
was
know?
a one-time fee, but you also have to. I'm not honestly too sure, but there's something that with the legal Zoom, I think you have to renew every couple of years or something, or every year. But I haven't gotten any notices about renewing anything for my business yet, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with the wind.
Yeah.
Hopefully, nothing. I don't get any more charges until I start making some decent money.
Yeah. So what do you think would be a disadvantage if you didn't have that and you started making all this money and you started
Um,
getting into it? What do you think would be a
like, are you saying if I had like a sole proprietorship, or if I just didn't have a business at all?
like no business, just doing it raw and no?
Definitely the tax breaks. Like, as a business, you get. I mean, so if you're selling on Amazon or eBay and you don't have a business, you're just going to be taxed as like an individual, and pretty sure that's a lot more than just if like you have a business and then um well you have to file like income tax and everything as a business, but I'm pretty sure even that is like much cheaper um than like the individual like tax breaks and stuff. So I don't know much about this stuff. Like I'm literally the worst person to ask about this, but still, like, liability reasons for one, you don't want to get sued, and if you do, you don't want to get like all your money taken. Like, just leave it to your business to get all that money taken instead of your personal money. And also, I think it's only like 15% income tax now, like Trump or whatever. It used to be like 30 something, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But
Yeah,
no,
'cause,
yeah. So it's just basically tax and liability reasons. That's pretty much it.
yeah,
And also it's just like way more organized. Like you don't want to be mixing up your business credit and debit cards with your or your business expenses and like profits with your like your personal spending, you know? It's hard to keep track of all that.
right,
Let's go
right,
to keep everything separate. So this is your business, your expenses, your profits, and then this is like your personal spending, you know?
right. Yeah, I definitely listen to Julius here because I started selling on eBay, Amazon last year of August, and I did my income tax. They said you should definitely file for a sole proprietor or get an LLC. And
Mhm.
obviously, I honestly didn't do it until 2 months ago, and then
Uh-huh.
I hit with some taxes and local taxes for the last 3 quarters that I didn't pay. So, and
Uh-huh.
there was a pretty hefty fee on that. But anyways, we just got that taken care of and everything's good now. So I have my sole proprietor and I'm already caught up with my local and city and state taxes. So
That's good.
we're good to move on. Yeah.
That's the worst part of business, honestly.
I
All
know.
the
And
tax
yeah,
crap.
yeah.
I
So
actually just got a letter today that I didn't receive my sales tax return for June 20th, so
mhm,
gotta figure that out. Talk to the accountant tomorrow.
yeah.
But
So a big shout out to Rosie. She says, I'm sharing your stream. So if we can get more people in here, some really good info. Thank you, Rosie.
thank you.
We appreciate it. Yeah, this is going to be on a replay later on. So I'll do timestamps on it.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. So next question is, what is the toughest part of drop shipping from your experience?
Toughest part of drop shipping so far for me is definitely just finding good products and listing. On Amazon, private labeling, like there's no softwares that list everything for you within like minutes. Like you have to do everything by hand, bullet points, descriptions, like picture editing, everything by yourself. So that takes time. Like today, I listed one product and it took me like 3 hours. I mean, that's pretty slow, but I like to take my time now and really go over the quality and everything. But it's definitely listing and finding good products that'll actually hopefully sell and optimizing your listing so that like they'll rank decently in the Amazon algorithm. So it's all that kind of stuff. It's a lot different from eBay retail arbitrage, but it's
Right.
definitely a more solid business model. You can like then convert products to FBA and do all that stuff. So then obviously when you convert to FBA after a product is selling really well, and then Amazon will rank it even higher with Prime and everything. So then you'll just be making some big bucks then.
Yeah. So how did you learn how to do this type of business model? Did you buy a course or did you?
Yeah, I actually invested in the Two Dudes. I don't know if you heard them, the Two
Okay.
Dudes course,
Yeah.
because I just saw a bunch of videos like about them, and um, there was a video with Rico, and he's from Two Dudes with Mark from No BS Dropshipping. So I saw that, and I was like, wow, this seems like something that could actually be like very profitable and very concrete, much more substantial than eBay retail arbitrage. So I just did a bunch of research on it for like a couple of days, and actually a couple of weeks, and then I just knew at some point I was like, if I don't get this course, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just got the course, and then over the winter when I was off of school, they had a meetup, so I got to meet all of them, and it really helped me a lot with all that and all the just listing my first products and all the basics. So that's where I learned, and I still talk to them almost daily. So they're a really big help.
Nice, man. It's good that you made that investment and
Yeah, definitely.
definitely.
Excited about that. Not haven't made my money back yet, but still, I guess it's my fault because I just haven't been as consistent as I should have been with it over school. I just got way too busy and I couldn't work on my business for like I mean, I like not consistently. Like I would work on it every once in a while, but like I'm talking like every day. I wasn't able to do it like every day for like a couple months. So
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to let the people know, what are you studying in school and how's it related to your business?
yeah, I'm studying business economics in school right now. I haven't really seen any correlations yet between my business and school. So like the classes that I've taken, like I've taken just like the basic classes so far because I was a freshman last year. So you don't really learn, you don't go into too much depth about it freshman year, but you still kind of just learn about like simple marketing things and pretty much all stuff I already know just from doing like this kind of stuff. So like when you're an entrepreneur and you do things like yourself, like you're actually trying like different business models, you learn way more like than you could possibly learn at school. So
Right, right. Yeah, I've heard of business teachers that teach business classes, but they don't have any business, you know. I don't know if you heard about that.
yeah,
Yeah, how are your teachers? Your
I've had
professor?
I've I think only a couple. Yeah, no, I think almost every because I'm taking a lot of gen eds right now, just like general education classes. So it's like things that aren't even related to business, but the business classes that I have taken, I think almost every single, maybe like except like two out of like five, like haven't like actually like ran a business yet, but most of them actually have. So I was pretty impressed with that. But the ones that haven't, it's kind of you can kind of tell like they don't really know like what they're talking about too much. Like they just know all like the concrete facts that you can learn in a textbook, but they don't know like personal experiences or anything, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So what kind of business do they have? Do you know? Like what's their background? Do they have like a website or e-commerce?
None of my professors have been in e-commerce, I guess, because they're all pretty old, and it's e-commerce is kind of a new thing. But one of my accounting teacher actually had his own accounting firm, and I think I know he had some other business. I can't remember, but I know he had an accounting firm, so like his own accounting firm that he was doing pretty well with. And I don't know if he still has it, but yeah, I was talking to him. It's always good to network. That's like one of the main reasons I go to college, just to network. So I was talking to him about like my drop shipping business and everything, and he was really intrigued by it. But the others, I don't remember what kind of businesses they had, but yeah, they don't really talk about it much usually. But
Okay, that's good. That's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah. So I want to shout out some people in the chat. We got Thrift Store Golden House. What's up, Christina Martin? How's it going? They say consistency is key. Yeah.
that's true. Very true.
And I don't know if you know Martin, but he used to work construction. He's a YouTuber along with his girlfriend Christina. And
Oh, did you do an interview with them like before?
yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're pretty
watched part of
cool.
that.
Yeah, pretty cool people. They're like in their 20s and
Yeah, that's
uh,
awesome.
yeah, pretty cool. And we got Christina. Christina is Martin's girlfriend. She says, "Hey, just saying hi and showing some support on our other account." Thank you, Christina. We'll
Awesome.
see you guys on the next live stream. You guys are in a couple hours. Yeah, thank you, and definitely subscribe to Thrift Store Gold. And they have wonderful content on selling on eBay and doing YouTube and social networking. So definitely subscribe to that. People in the chat. All right. So the last two questions I have for you, Julius, is: do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into private label dropshipping?
Don't expect to make a lot of money really quickly. It's a long-term game, and that's for sure. So keep that in mind and don't get discouraged. I've gotten discouraged a couple times and not to the point where I'm going to quit because at this point I just can't. But it's definitely more of a long-term game that can bring a lot of success in the future. So just don't get caught up in all the like making money overnight kind of thing, because that's not really how it is. It's not realistic.
Do you plan on doing other types of selling, like maybe flipping video games or like selling
Um,
in
yeah,
bulk?
I mean, I actually did do a lot of. I used to do a decent amount of like eBay stuff. If I would find things, I would actually order like Patagonias and stuff from people on eBay that are selling them for like really cheap, and then I would kind of like clean them up a little bit and sell them. I made a little bit of money there, but it was kind of taking too long. I went to going to college and everything. Like I can't. I got to be able to like just work from my laptop and not have to like actually like. I mean, from college, I can't really. It's hard to like ship things out and order things back to like my dorm and everything. It's a whole process. So,
Yeah, yeah, I agree, man.
but I'm definitely. I had an Instagram account that actually got banned a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah, with some like pet account that I bought like a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know. I just kept getting some like copyright errors, but they'd never let me like look at what the errors were for. So I didn't know what I was doing wrong, and then finally they just banned it. But it was at like I think it was at like 19,000 followers or something. So I was gonna try to maybe drop ship with Shopify on that, but I mean right now I sent in an appeal and I'm trying to get that back. But I'm trying to do stuff with that. I'm trying to get into like affiliate marketing and everything, but for now I'm just kind of focusing on Amazon, because I know like when I do too many things at once, like it gets like too hectic for me and I just go crazy. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree, man. So you just mentioned two things there. So you talked about Shopify.
mhm.
Um, how does Shopify work? So you just go to Shopify.com and buy some people's products, and then you just drop ship from retail. How does that work?
Shopify is like it's like your own website pretty much. Like you buy like like a storefront, I guess you could call it, from and like there's some fee, maybe it's like there's like some monthly fees if you get certain storefronts, but so it's pretty much just like your own website that you can sell stuff on, and you can link into like Instagram accounts and just like drop ship from there. It would still be like I'd still be drop shipping from like AliExpress and DHgate, like those Chinese suppliers. But it's just like a storefront. It's like yeah, it's just like your own personal website pretty much, just for selling things, you know. And they just make it easy for you so you don't have to like actually like design a whole website and like figure out how to do all that like computer engineering, those things. So
No. So have you ever had any complaints from customers that had to deal with like the longer shipping times? What's your experience?
um so far I haven't, knock on wood, but I just got my first two returns last week. I'm not too excited about that. I just got one in the mail. I'm trying to sell it on eBay now because I can't really. It wouldn't be worth the money to send it back to my supplier for a refund. So I'm gonna try to get a partial refund from my supplier and then try to sell it on eBay and make the money back. But it was I got two so far for a sizing issue with it was like a shirt, and then someone claimed like inaccurate description or something with the quality. I was like, all right, whatever. Like it's so like I'm selling for so cheap. Like why are you even complaining? But that's just
Yeah,
how it goes with these customers. Like they're crazy.
yeah, man.
You can
Yeah,
get some really bad people for customers. So really annoying people, but it's just all part of business. You just gotta take the hit and move on.
right, right.
Not really complain about it too much,
Yeah.
or at
So,
all for that matter.
what's your business like policy on returns?
um, you can get a well. There's on Amazon. There's like this whole sheet that you can this whole document that shows like if you need to give them a full refund, like whose fault is it? Is it the seller's fault the um or the buyer's fault? But in terms of returns, it's like free 30-day returns, and Yeah, that's pretty much it. Free 30-day returns, and if it's the buyer's fault, then you don't have to send them a refund. But I'm still learning the whole return process and everything because it's a little complicated, but I'm just figuring out the most efficient way so that if I have a return, I'm not just going to be losing money on it. So maybe eBay, maybe just reselling it on eBay is the best way to go. But at the same time, it also adds a lot more steps to the process.
Okay, interesting. Last two questions, my man. Um, you also mentioned about affiliate marketing. What kind of affiliate marketing? Like products from Amazon or like courses, or what do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking of setting up an Amazon affiliate account, but because last last summer I actually had two Pinterest accounts. One I got to like 300,000 monthly viewers, and then the other was at like maybe 100 or 200. But I haven't really been on those for a while, so I was thinking of just trying to like not dropship, just do affiliate marketing with Pinterest and kind of see how far I can go with that. But I realize it's just too much to like handle for me just to try all these different things at once. So just gonna focus on the Amazon drop shipping, get that to like a consistent level where I just can really sit on it and just manage, maybe outsource and get some VAs, um, and then maybe just go into other business models like affiliate marketing, um, Shopify maybe. So
Nice, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing Amazon affiliates. I put those links to like the supplies I use. I
Uh-huh.
saw on, so I put like I use Scotty peelers or like tape
Yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, and I made like $5 like
Mhm.
last. Yeah, it's my first time doing it, so
Oh, nice.
it's pretty cool. But people will click on those links, but some wouldn't even
Exactly.
buy
So
from it. So
you gotta have like a crazy big following on like
yeah, yeah,
whatever it is you're doing and to actually make some good money with that. So
yeah.
I found that Pinterest was the easiest way to kind of build up a viewership.
Mhm. Yeah, and you can't just like put links to things that you don't use. You know what I mean? Like I
Exactly.
put like beds or whatever, and they're not even
Yeah.
talking about it on their channel. It's really funny, but yeah,
That's a whole other business model to learn too. Like there's a bunch of little ins and outs with that. It's not easy. Like I thought it was easy at first, and then I realized like all the things that you actually have to do for affiliate marketing. Like there's really no easy way to make money. So
yeah. All right, man. I'm at the last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
in 5 years, I'm
Or
hoping. In 5 years, I'm hoping that I have at least two Amazon accounts or stores, and that are making consistent money monthly. And then I'm hoping I could also get into the whole affiliate marketing thing as well. But my main goal right now is to get my private label business like just booming. And then like for future, like my future, like long-term goals is to just invest in real estate, have a bunch of properties, rental properties, maybe even flip some houses, and just do a bunch of stuff like that. Having multiple sources of income, that's the goal for sure.
we are done with the interview. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here. Thank
Yeah,
you, Julius.
thanks for having me.
Yep. So
Fun.
definitely. Did you want to say something? Sorry.
No, I was just saying it was fun.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So definitely follow Julius on Instagram. His handle is at college.preneur. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Yep.
like
Definitely follow
like
him.
entrepreneur, but collegepreneur, you know.
Yeah. 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 I like it.
Thank
Um,
you.
definitely follow him. He posts some pretty interactive pictures and posts and polls and stuff. So it's pretty cool, just to keep you, accountable for your business. So
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like his page and interact with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Building
and
a community of entrepreneurs. We got to. Everyone's got to follow, and we got to maybe
yep,
set up a Facebook account or some Facebook group. I just want to get as many like young entrepreneurs as possible to interact with and see what's going on, like different business models, different ways of doing things, strategies, all that. It's good to network, so that's like my main reason for making this Instagram page. So
yeah, man, definitely. Because to be honest with you, it's really not easy. It's so hard. So
yeah, exactly. It's
yeah, if I can learn from you, and I can learn from other people like Martin, Christina, or people in the chat,
exactly,
it's one less mistake that we can avoid and move on to whatever mistakes we could possibly get into.
exactly.
Get
And just
into the
benefiting each other is just,
success. Yeah.
that's the whole point of networking, you know.
Yep. All right. So with that being said, his link to his Instagram will be down in the description. Definitely give him a follow, interact with him. Julius, appreciate your time, and we will do another interview maybe five years later, and we'll check up on
Awesome. For
you.
sure.
All right. Until then, support each other, like each other, love each other, and I'll see you all in the next
Exactly.
video. Hustle mode on, guys. Hustle mode on. See ya.